Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be an update as well as another behind the review segment, and we're gonna talk about what goes on into doing reviews. What do I decide which goes first, and gonna share my thoughts and opinions of reviewing certain in terms of reviewing model kits as opposed to figures and or different kinds of figures out there. Alright, so for update, I do apologize for not uploading videos lately. I know several days may not be a big thing as long as I reviewed something on a weekly basis, but just to have something going on my channel, it's nice to see the view count go up or people or read comments on my videos. That's always a fun thing to do. Certain times I do scratch my head what people ask. Yeah, that's weird questions. Certain ones, I'm glad that I'm getting more information from my viewers. They're very informative, and I do appreciate that. And there's also criticism sometimes. Yeah, can't remove that. But that's always a good thing to get criticism. It makes that there's always room for improvement, and I try to incorporate that on the next review. Although certain things I'm just stubborn. Anyways, yeah, I've been busy, and actually I got a little burned out. Not into just reviewing things, although I did review a lot of things last weekend. But work, yeah, just so busy at work lately, and I have classes Tuesday and Thursday after work, so I don't. I go to work at 6, and I don't get home till 8:30. Having that 3-hour class after work, and also that wait time in between. So yeah, just when I'm home, I'm just tired. I just end up watching or catch up on anime. There's actually a lot of cool animes that came out lately. I just can't remember their names. There's one with Hestia. I think that's one with like something about picking up girls at the dungeon or something like that. That's a good show. Also liking Punchline. It's some weird wacky anime where there's a boy who's a ghost, and well, it's one of those kind of perverted anime, but in a good way. It's actually kind of cool. It's not full on, big boobs and big harem. It's not like that, and it's just a good balance. I think I like it. There's also other shows that I just can't remember them. Sometimes when I watch it, they have it on the Japanese name, and I can't remember that unless it's easy, something easy to remember. But there are a lot of cool ones. Oh, also I've watched Ninja Slayer. Yeah, I have high hopes for that. I'm not sure if they're just the first episode, but I'm not liking it. It feels like I'm watching South Park mixed with Samurai Jack, and 3 times as bad. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's a different art style, but not my liking. I'll still watch it. Let's see, because I really like I read some of the comics or the mangas online, and those are actually really cool. And I do like the Figma figure, and just that seeing the anime, it's like, oh, why? It is different from the manga, so I do like when they kind of deviate from the manga, kind of give you something fresh to look to. Anyways, that's that. Getting back to the topic. So basically, I'm gonna be discussing what goes into reviews, my opinions about doing certain reviews, whether it be a model kit or a figure. Now, I'm gonna give you an idea. When I do reviews, it takes about probably at the shortest of half an hour, even though I'm just doing a 5-minute video, because sometimes I do. Well, basically my structure is I do video segments, like my introduction on the packaging. That's one video segment. Then I will cut off, then continue on when I have the figure out of the box. Sometimes I do go over the instruction and just kind of see if there's cool gimmicks that or it's just something I want to share that kind of like a complete unboxing of a figure. Then I go over the articulation, the gimmicks, and sometimes towards the end I add something a little extra. And some people, I'm not sure if you guys see that, but I do add something extra at the end. I don't know, maybe I should just put that in front to grab people's attention, but anyways. So that's that's kind of like my structure. I don't do any editing. For some weird reason, I just like to keep it simple. Oh, partly lazy too, but the only editing part is appending the videos, and if I don't like a certain video segment, I will redo it, and that what usually takes up the time. And I think I remember one thing where I had to redo it 5 times. I think the first time I just sound really drained out. I was just tired. I want to do the review. It's one of those, your mind wants to do it, but your body is just tired, from work or something, and you just don't sound good. Part of the videos is you gotta sound excited, like, oh man, we got a Robot Down Machine Gundam Mark II here. It looks amazing. Can't wait to open it. Kind of like that. And you want to transfer that energy to your viewers. That way it's more engaging. Kind of like when you go to classrooms and you hear a lecture. You want the teacher to be engaging. That way you're focused on that and not on your phone or other things. So yeah, sometimes I have to redo it 5 times. It's crazy. Or sometimes I'm already completed the review, but I forgot one major thing. Then that kind of spoils the whole, or kind of messed up the whole thing. So I have to redo the whole. Or I just have a different perspective on the figure after playing with it, and just decide, you know what, maybe I was too harsh on the review or my first run to it, and I went ahead and just redo the video. So something like that. Otherwise, probably on average, it takes me about an hour. And also the time where I've looked to research. Sometimes I get figures or mold kits that's kind of out there. I have no idea what it is. It just looks cool. Or maybe I know a little about it, like Gundam. There's a lot of Gundam series out there. I have not watched all of them, but certain types like the Gundam X, the crossbow and full cloth, I like it. I like the design, but I have not watched the show or read the manga, or if there is one. And the research takes up a while, and also the time I go ahead and just play with a figure before actually continuing with the review, because there's certain parts that are not covered on the manual, and hidden gimmicks, or something that I come up across and just thought, hey, this is actually a cool gimmick, and it's not shown in the instruction. And also there are times when I'm doing a review and I found something surprising, and that's always, I like those surprises, like, oh man, I didn't know there's actually a cool gimmick. I just find it while doing the review, and those are always good to have. Yeah, so yeah, it takes about an hour and so. Then I gotta upload it, and that's another hour. But I'm doing other things when I'm uploading it. Actually, I compile it first. Compiling takes about, it varies from 20 minutes to an hour, just depending on how big the file is. And sometimes, well, this is probably another segment, but quickly, I found it weird when you go really high def and you have a huge file, and I actually don't like it. I actually compress the files and make it smaller and easier to upload, and it's almost the same. I mean, quality is not top notch. There's really no need to have a top notch quality on reviewing things. No, it's not. As long as you can see the figure clearly and you have good lighting and focus, I think that's all you need, really. And of course, a very energetic voice. Anyways, yeah. So in terms of just the size of the file, yes, something to consider. But I'll probably talk about it in another behind the review segment. So that's that one part. Other than that, in terms of what do I review first? Now, some of you probably noticed this already. I got 2 major sources of my stuff. The first one is Tattoo Hobby. It's a local hobby store here in California. Well, in particular in the Bay Area, it's the San Jose. I go there a lot. I get to hang out with my friends and get my stuff from there. It saves me from shipping. At one point, it's just ridiculous to ship out stuff from overseas, and it's kind of still is. If I can get it more locally, it saves me on shipping, and that's great. So for the most part, most of the Bandai stuff and certain exclusives I get from Tatsu Hobby, and it helps me a lot. Other than that, the other big one I did a couple of unboxing is Ami Ami. I get most of my Figma stuff from there, and other things that Tatsu Hobby cannot get me. And yeah, it's so just those two. And for the most part, Ami Ami, I get those stuff within the first week of the following month. So basically, if I pre-order stuff from March, I'll be getting it in the first week of April. Same thing, get stuff from April, I'll be getting it first week of May. And that's kind of how it is. Otherwise, for Tatsu Hobby, I do visit Tatsu Hobby at least once a month. And actually, lately I've been there quite often. Try to go there every other week. And yeah, there's some reviews. I probably do the figures first. They're easier to do. As you can see, you just open the box, or go over the box. Then unpackage it, go over the figure articulation, and also sometimes I do the instructions. That's it. Mold kit. Yeah, it's one of those. You can do an unboxing. You look at the box, show the runners before you take them out. Stop the video. And this could take a week to just building the kit, especially if it's the master grade. Then you gotta add some details, the stickers or the decals, then continue the review. Sometimes it takes too long, and I have the master grade Grey Zeta here. It looks amazing. I really like it, but it takes forever, and even though I can do a review right now, it looks so plain. It doesn't have the decals or the panel lines at all. I haven't done much to it. Just being caught up with other things. But yeah, I just want to share that that aspect that doing mold kits takes a lot of time and effort. And for those who are doing mold kit reviews on a regular basis, I have respect for them. Because I used to do that before, and I'm just doing a super deform. And even a super deform, if you decide to paint them before you review them, that takes a lot of time. And I that's something I've been lacking lately. Time to just paint. I just end up building kits out of the box, adding some panel lines, even the decals. Actually, it's not too bad, and it's less taxing than painting. Yep. So I just want to share that. So for the most part, I do most of the figures, and just in terms, it really depends which ones I like. I like the robot damages lately and the figure arts. So most likely that goes first, along with monster arts. Then I go with Figmas, but it really depends. Certain Figmas that I'm really excited for, yeah, I want to review that right away when I get it. But other ones, like the Attack on Titan, still have to review Cleaning Levi and Armin. Yeah, those guys just got pushed in the back. I'll get to them whenever there's a certain month where just not much stuff going on. We'll see. Yeah. But usually I try to do the reviews, and just in a month, looking at a month, I'll probably go crazy with the reviews for the first, second week. And on the third week, usually kind of ease down, and it's probably sometimes where I have a mold kit. And that goes on to the fourth, and maybe if there is a fifth week. Also, I forgot to mention, I am part of a Toy Talk by Type V3. If you haven't, or if you're not familiar with Type V3, you should check it out. So we have this segment where we talk about toys. He does have another podcast, Three Nerds in the Basement, where he talks about his current hobbies, updates, recent acquisition among his friends, and they collect a lot of things, or actually they have varying hobbies. And Vince is the one who collects figures, and we kind of decided, I'm good friends with him, and that we should have a toy talk and we just focus on figures in general. So we kind of have that on a monthly basis. Usually somewhere in the middle of the week, where I've kind of gone over most of my reviews and kind of pick my top five. And along with that, we're also joined by a good friend of mine, Peter. Great guy. He collects or similar things, the things I like, Kamen Rider stuff, certain robots and mechs, and figures, and he likes Transformers a lot too, which is great. I'm not really a big Transformers guy, but I do. If there is a design that I like, yeah, I like Shockwave, I'll get it. And sometimes it's kind of like the go-to guy in terms of Transformer if I have questions, especially on certain third-party figures. And it is always good to know someone out there that collects a certain figure line, that kind of like the go-to guy. Yeah, for me, it's kind of hard for me sometimes because I collect such a variety of things. It's kind of hard to keep up, but if you have questions about Monster Arts, I'm probably one of the go-to guys because I do collect the majority of them. Even in Sentinel, I do have a lot of the Sentinel figures. The Iron Man, some of the SRWs, the Getters. I got them, man. I can have a good feedback if someone have a question for that. Otherwise, on other things, again, great to have someone to go to in regard to that. And I think I'm just rambling on. Alright, so that's that. So don't forget, tune or check out the Type V3s. We are gonna have a toy talk tomorrow on Saturday, and it's around 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So do check out Type V3's channel. I'll provide the link down below, and join us. Just a heads up, I don't really check the comments, the live updates. Vince might be checking those. It's just that when we're doing the Google Hangouts, it's very taxing on my computer, and it's kind of hard to have to separate the videos, and the Google Hangout page doesn't really have the YouTube comments on it. Maybe I'll try it out. Maybe I can have it on my phone and just have it simultaneously, so that way I can answer some question also. But we'll see. Otherwise, yeah, you'll just hear us talk about toys, our opinions about it. Anyways, that's that. So again, tomorrow, 5 p.m. Saturday. That will be the 18th of April. And again, I'll provide down the link down below for Type V3's channel. And it's usually just there, the Toy Talk thing. I don't think I have any hangouts here on my channel. It's usually just the events I go to. I post videos on that. Alright, that's about it for this segment of Behind the Reviews. And yeah, hope you guys like it. And thanks for listening. So till then, this is Means. See you guys later.